We got a guy, yeah, that I just got told that only plays with a knife, yeah? Literally, until about 5 minutes ago, he's finally admitted that he only ever uses knives in Call of Duty. So today, he's promised me he's put that stuff away, and he's actually pulling out a gun. The AUG, I told him the AUG. But everyone else is... Yeah. So I'm excited for this. I just wish Vic would stop waffling. I can hear him from here. I'm just ready to absolutely elbow drop his team.
All right, thank you very much, Vic and Calfreezy. We are here. My name is Bryce. I'll be bringing the action, joined by the wonderful Chris Kamara. Chris, how are you?
I couldn't be any better, Brycey. I'm really looking forward to this. I am amazed at what quality we have together in the room tonight, and they're going to give us something special.
They certainly are. They certainly are. And it's already heating up a little bit between the two as they're trying to figure out just the best way to come out with a win here and not make any more excuses in this event. Of course, our first map will be Miami, which we, of course, have got the set dressed up to look like as well. But we're going to be playing Domination, first of all, Chris. And for those of you at home who may not have seen this, and Chris yourself, let me give you a refresher on exactly what happens. There are 3 points on the map, A, B, and C. And if you cap those, you will gain points. Every 5 seconds, you will gain a point for your team. So obviously, you're going to want more capture points than the enemy team to win this one in the end.
Oh, without a doubt, you've got to dominate the dominance. That's one thing for sure. We'll be looking to see who gets off the mark swiftly, who can act on their feet, basically, sharp, be good, be as effective as you can possibly be, and I can't wait.
No, me either. And like I said, this is no more excuses. I know before that Vic was saying a little bit about he's having a few troubles, but I also know that Cal's taking this very seriously as well. He was figuring out classes before this one to try and give him the edge over the infamous reputation of VIKKSTAR on Call of Duty at the moment. And of course, briefing their teams to try to figure this one out because this really is a team game. You cannot win this alone.
No, not at all. Well, Cal's been sunning himself in Dubai, so he's prepared, he's relaxed, he's ready. The VIKKSTAR, confident, I have to say. Just chatting to him before, he seemed really, really confident, although he then tried to make one or two excuses.
Yeah.
About he's not used a stick before and stuff like that.
No, he did say he has. Apparently he hasn't used one in about 5 years, not used a controller, and it's also a little bit cold in the venue. Oh, no, we both wear a jacket, so we're good. So I don't know about that.
It's not that cold at all.
And of course, their teammates with them as well will be competing, and we'll be trying to give you all the viewpoints we can as we go through the broadcast. We have the ability to jump to anybody in the game, so we'll rotate through. So you'll see your favorite YouTubers as well as the rest of the people here who aren't allowed to make excuses anymore. And that's really what this is all about. Players
we never make excuses.
But it looks like our game is starting. It's time to get into this first one, Miami Domination. Let's get into it and see who comes out on top.
Wow. I've been to Miami.
Does it look like this?
It does, actually. It's a perfect example of my holidays, I have to say.
All right, well, it looks like we're going to start off with VIKKSTAR on this one to begin with and see exactly how he's going to end up playing it to begin. And I think in the pre-game warm-ups for a lot of these, we saw a lot of things, the AUG, it's a burst fire rifle, very powerful at this stage of the game, but it doesn't look like he's starting off that. Vic is going to be using the Creek 6 fully automatic assault rifle, and it looks like he's going straight to that middle point of B, allowing the rest of his team to go for C without him. So Vic's certainly taken charge here.
Oh, without a doubt. Look, he's already firing. Has he had any results yet?
Well,
not quite sure.
He managed to get a first kill there, and it looks like that's an early capture onto B and C for VIKKSTAR's team, so they're going to take the lead here.
Oh, yes, it's a blistering start, but we expected it. You know, let's not forget, VIKKSTAR is a champion at this, and old Calfreezy, or Calfreezy, as I've been calling him all day, has his work cut out.
It certainly does, but it's a good start from them actually. Vic was dominating in the middle here, but it looks like Team Calfreezy will come back, and it's going to be Vic trying to get a bit of an upper angle here. He's going to be on the balcony defending it. Already sees one player, takes it down, just trying to get the second, and that's going to be a second kill for him here, but he eventually goes down as well. And it looks like
flying through the door there, Bracey.
He certainly did, and it looks like the tides have turned. Calfreezy now. Let's jump over to his team, see how they are doing on the other side.
She's dropped.
It looks like they now have 2.
Losing B.
It has turned around.
They're looking. Oh, what he's got there! Just powered his way in there, Calfreezy. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic, and you just had much quality. And look at that! You won't want to be behind that. That's one thing for sure.
Wow, Calfreezy looks like he is running up now as well. It looks like he's running a Lawbreaker class. So he actually has 2 guns in this one: the Burst Fire Org and a close range AK-72. And he sees VIKKSTAR in a distance, looking for him now, and they have an interesting tactic here actually. They're heavily stacking that middle point of lead, taking full mid-map control, and trying to keep bodies on it so they can get the more points. They're currently leading.
B.
26.
There at the same time. How do they get that?
So again?
How do they get that team moving
Taking
at the
Charlie.
same time?
Well, I think realistically, they're part of their game plan coming into this one. And speaking of game plan, I've actually been told we're giving away a code now, right live on the stream. So if you are tuning in, you can input this code and get yourself a free copy of the game right now. And that's happening. And while that has happened, Chris, it turns out that Calfreezy is inducting all 3 points and going even further into the lead. VIKKSTAR is struggling here.
Oh, it's been really good. You know, I just look at these games, obviously, I don't look at them all the time. And I look at the movement, how they can reload and fire at the same time. And it's electric. It really is. You know, it's top quality from Calfreezy.
It certainly is. But on the other team, it looks like we're jumping on board with VIKKSTAR once again. And he ends up going down straight away. But their team has now managed to get 2 points back again. The interesting thing about this mode here, Chris, is that it can change over time, like the period of a minute. Every 5 seconds that you have one of these points is a point. So if you have 2 points, you get 2 to the enemy team's 1 every 5 seconds. So it doesn't take too long to catch up, which is now what is actually happening for VIKKSTAR. VIKKSTAR has managed to get control back once again. They've actually flipped this to the other side of the map for him. And I think, realistically, they're in a really good position. Vic's going to go for a dominating position right down the middle of the map again, as they are going to be losing B. But right now, we're on board with Robs. And Robs has a shotgun on the point and just got 2 as well.
Oh dear, that is quality. Rob has just backed up his team captain, VIKKSTAR, there, and done absolutely magnificent.
And this is actually a much closer game than some people were anticipating, Chris. A lot of people thought VIKKSTAR would have this in the bag with how much people were gassing up before this one. But right now, it currently looks like Calfreezy's team is winning. And let's jump on board with someone we haven't seen. Quantum Cash, we're on board with now. He has
We've got 8 screens here.
We have got 8 screens here.
Bracey, I'm an old man. I'm trying to look round here. Quantum Cash.
There we go.
There he is.
We're on board with him, and he ends up going down just as soon as we get to him here. And Calfreezy has pulled out the big gun. And by that, I mean he has an automatic sentry gun deployed onto the map. It's going to be very difficult for the enemy team to get past. But right now, they're doing a good job. Another kill there.
Walked into that sentry gun.
Yeah. And that's it. That's the problem. Calfreezy now has a dominating position on the map, simply because that sentry gun will be covering his back. It's almost like having an extra player.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right now, I'm gonna tell you, this is a surprise for me, Chris. Calfreezy is coming out of it as we hit half-time, and we now can see the scoreboard of exactly what ended up happening for that one.
Well, watching 8 screens at the same time. I can't watch one for Sky, never mind 8.
Okay, Cammy, I'll be here to try and bring you through as much as possible. Trust me, it's jumping around so much, even I'm struggling just a little bit to keep up with the action. But VIKKSTAR ended up having a shotgun there in the last kill, and as we see here right now, if you are watching, Calfreezy's team is up 100 to 74. Calfreezy actually putting in some good work, but I think it's, I'm going to try and say this correct here, it's Gammy.
Where is the scores, Bryce?
Right, so the scores are on the left-hand side of the screen, top left.
Taking C.
And if you're watching the left screen as you currently are,
yeah,
they're going to be the top, the blue.
Oh, I
on
see.
the right screen, that is Calfreezy's score, okay?
Okay.
So right now, Calfreezy's on 100, VIKKSTAR's team's on 74.
All right, so it's a good start for Calfreezy. And he was hoping to get a good start when we were talking to him earlier on. So easy for me to say, yeah?
He certainly was, and it's a little bit of pride here. Like I said, VIKKSTAR has been very well known as a player, and speaking of which, Vic just got a three-piece.
Oh.
Unbelievable. It looks like Vic is not taking this lying down. He is refusing to bow to Calfreezy into this one, as he's now lining it up. Counter spy plane is ready. He's on a 5 streak. He's going to be trying to lock this one down, and they can come back from it, Chris. It is not that far distance if they can get hold of that B point as VIKKSTAR continues his reign of terror.
I love these 5 streaks, Brycey. They are amazing. They are something else. It's not easy to do a 5 streak. That's one thing for certain. I've tried a streak before.
Well, it looks like the tides have turned just a little bit, but Calfreezy's team able to get back onto that B point and get it back into their lock here. Now, as we come into the second half of this game, the scores are relatively tight, with it only being 115 to 91. Either team could take this, but it is going to all come down to that middle site here. And if you're being honest with you, this is the time where they have to now start talking to their team and being more coordinated. You cannot take this alone.
Well, it's not easy for the captains to talk to their team, just listening, because it goes so quick and so rapid to get them together and get that information down to every single member. It's not easy, Brycey.
No, it certainly is not. And it looks like they're trying to make a bit of a push here, and VIKKSTAR ends up getting shut down again, and it's now an even bigger lead for Calfreezy, 129 to 98. And if you're VIKKSTAR, they're going to have to figure out some sort of strategy. That big middle push has not been working for them. Right now, though, we're going to jump on board with Robs. Robs is making a very daring play. What he's done here is he's flanked around, he's gone to C with his teammates. They're actually going to split it A and C, not something you see very often. That will give them that also crucial 2 points to 1.
So he's in Zone Z.
Yeah.
Zone Z?
Yeah,
Zone
yeah, he calls
C as well. So he's in Zone C. So why is that adventurous?
Well, because that's the furthest away point from where they actually were. They had Zone A, and B is in the middle of the map, so they can go there the fastest. What he did was push all the way around and go to C, so basically splits the team across 2. You can't defend it as easily. But I don't know whether or not it's going to work out for them. Right now it has done, because they ended up losing C, but because that pressure was released, they were able to get back onto B. They've now got to be very, very careful and try to hold this for the time, but they are in fact losing it once again. The big thing here that could tip the scales in their favor is VIKKSTAR now has a streak coming in. He has an attack helicopter. He should be bringing into the game now to give him an advantage.
All right, let's have a look for this helicopter coming in, flying in.
I don't know if he knows he has it. I'm looking to see whether or not he's actually going to pull it out, and we're on board with Robs right now, and they are just trying to hold on to B, and VIKKSTAR's not ended up using his streak right now, even though he is behind. I'm hoping he brings it out. Looking for it, Vic trying to make a few kills here, ends up getting one. B has been lost again though, and he ends up going down. This is not an easy game for anybody in it, right? And it looks like it could come down to the wire as Calfreezy holding it down. He's got another sentry gun around B. This is going to go very, very badly unless they can try and get him down and out of this area.
That's not going to be easy from where he is. That's one thing for sure.
And you can see now we're on board with Gemma again. Gemma gets a 2-piece. And it looks like we're on board now with PFC Jimmy B. And he's actually holding down in B at the moment. He ends up going down as well. It's very much neck and neck, as it will be 2 capture points to 1 for the team of VIKKSTAR. And when we go into the dying parts of this game, the last part, it does seem like if they hold it here, they might have a chance. But they are now losing B once again, but multiple people flooding in. VIKKSTAR flying in with his team, trying to get these players off, and it has been contested. They save it ever so slightly, and they get it. He's just going to end up killing that trophy system and staying alive. Huge place from VIKKSTAR and his team to hold
brilliant.
this.
Absolutely fantastic. You know, when you get them in your sights, you've got to make it work, and he made it work brilliantly.
He did, but he ends up going down there again. They've got to be careful not to all die at the same time here, Chris. They can make this comeback if they just hold fast and don't let it go.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with dying. I've been doing it for years.
Well, it looks like Vic's trying to take a commanding position here. PFC Jimmy B end up just going down. He's respawning all the way back at A. But Vic has gone on to Overwatch. He's worried about, oh my goodness, what a snap there on the Fern of the Jungle. And Vic, he's got to be careful here. He can't go down, but Quantum Kaza ends up getting him. Just Ben takes him down again, and they are streaming towards this mid down. It is no longer coordinated pushes towards C. It's no longer getting on this flank. It is get bodies into B and hold it for everything you are worth.
Can he hold it in there, though? That's the question.
It certainly is, and it looks like they actually have enough bodies here to potentially be able to do this one, Chris. Right now, we're on board with Logger, and Logger's actually headed out towards C, going into this L, just trying to make enough kills to keep the bodies down, so they have numerical advantage all the time around B. And
Logger's moving sweetly, and look at that. Oh, dear.
Was moving sweet.
One there.
Let's have a little bit of Cal Freezy now. Let's see whether or not he can rally his team to make this comeback at all. And there he goes, gets his second kill there, but enemy teammate Rob is getting him, but he gets him as well. Now he's going to try and get onto it, but he gets taken down by VIKKSTAR. And that may be all she wrote, because it will be Vic who is now in the lead. And he has to switch this back very, very quickly.
Sensational, that was.
It certainly was, and this is going to be the big push. Robs ends up dropping the artillery strike onto it. They have managed to get 2-1 though, Chris. Right at the end here, Cal Freezy's team has managed it. Cal Freezy's going to go for the 3. He's going on to B at the same time. They don't want to lose any points here, and he's trying to make the hero play.
Well, everyone wants to be a hero. That's one thing for sure.
It certainly is. And this game is going right down to the wire. Only 2 more ticks left in it, realistically.
Oh!
And it will be Team VIKKSTAR who walks away with the win, 200 to 198.
Oh, VIKKSTAR came good at the end.
Big celebrations from Vic there on that one. Unbelievable play to hold their nerve and just continue pushing towards that middle point.
Working the objective.
Certainly great play.
50, was that 54 and 24? VIKKSTAR certainly putting in the work to make sure he doesn't go down, and Cal Freezy must be devastated.
Oh, to lead for so long.
Yeah, unreal play for that one as well. And, well, we didn't know how the teams would perform in this first one as we tried to keep up with the action for you, but it turns out very close game in the end.
Very close, but that confidence that Victor showed early on just goes to show that even though he was behind early on, that persistence and that gameplay that he's got, seen him through in the end.
It certainly did. I mean, full credit to VIKKSTAR for doing it there. No excuses from him about how he's not playing well. He seems to have adapted and ended up just holding it down towards B. And I think I saw the scoreboard. I think something like 54 to 24, which is a ridiculous ratio for him. And Cal Freezy must be feeling awful, simply because he thought he had that in the bag for so long.
Well, he's been the underdog, and unfortunately, having sort of like got the heady heights of a 20-point lead, threw it away, you'd have to say.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they had a good amount to do, and he had a sentry gun there. I don't know if he used it as effectively as he could have done, and unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to hold. And as much as Cal Freezy played pretty well, I'm going to have to find out what happened from him. So I think we're now going to throw it over to the captains and have them talk us through the game.
Oh, shredding. All right, guys, that was game one.
Kick in the balls, but the good news is we've seen the talent that this team can possess, and we just got a little bit cocky towards the end. I don't know if you guys saw, but we were actually playing with one hand each on that second half, which was mad. But obviously, we're not going to do that this time around. We'll keep both hands attached to the controller, and yeah, I'm praying that we win this next game. I don't know what the map or what the thing is, the game mode, but I've got faith in the boys. I've got faith in the boys.
A little more simple.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Tell me, how do you reckon you did in that game? Talk to me.
It was okay. You know, I went like 30 to like 17 or 19.
All right.
I got kills. But
Who did anyone manage to catch who was top of the leaderboard in that one?
it was either you.
It was me. That's the correct answer. Woo!
I know I came first.
No, I'm just playing, boys. It's a team game, like I said. But our main aim is to stop VIKKSTAR from getting these bloody little, the highlight reels at the end of each one, because we can't stand for that. Do you know what I mean? We can't stand for it. On this next map, though. Do we know what the next map is?
I'll leave that
No,
to
I
you.
guess we don't yet. But whatever it is, it's better than that map. That map is not the one.
The worst map in the game. I'm so cold.
You know what? I might just chuck the M16 on just in case.
All right, thank you very much. Well, they both seem pretty happy about that game. Obviously, Cal Freezy got the bitter pill there in the end. But we have something for you at home as well. We are giving away in-game skins. You should be able to see it on your screen right about now. Enter the code to get yourself a chance to get that skin for using in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And from one to the other, we are now moving across maps and game modes here. We're going to go on to a map called Crossroads, and we're also going into a game mode called Kill Confirmed. As a refresher, Kill Confirmed is pretty simple. All you got to do, kill the enemy players and grab their dog tags which fall on the ground. Should be really easy to see. You grab those, you gain points. Pretty easy, Chris.
That confirms it.
Yeah, it should be pretty simple here. It's also a little bit less. You can play less as a team. You can play more individual and rely on your raw slaying power to get the win into this one. So we're going to see anybody who can put up big numbers, win their gunfights, make sure that they're playing very well. They're going to be the players to watch here because it's not so much about your tactical positioning, but about just making sure you don't give away too many dog tags.
You know both these players and most of these teams well. Who would you fancy in this one?
Well, the obvious answer will have to be Cal Freezy and VIKKSTAR, but from what I saw last time around, I think someone like Gemit did very, very well. I saw him actually pulling off quite a few kills on the point with a shotgun. I'm curious if he's going to do that again, because here's the interesting thing about Kill Confirm. You can play it a couple of different ways based on how you like playing. If you want to snipe, you can obviously pick up the kills, but it's going to be further for you to go to get those dog tags, so maybe you have to rely on some teammates getting them. Maybe you want to play sneaky, hide in the corners, use a shotgun, suppressor, try to get kills as they wander past, or you could probably play as maybe VIKKSTAR will end up playing, very aggressive, running around, trying to do as much damage as possible, and just kind of scoop those dog tags as you go. So it really does suit the individual player on how they want to go about this one.
So we'll find out a lot about the individuals in this one and what they've got behind them.
Yeah, we certainly will. And of course, Cal Freezy going to be trying to make a little bit of a comeback here, especially after being so close in map one. And I think he was doing pretty well himself.
I think he wanted to get off to a really good start. I think he thought that getting off to a good start, that would give VIKKSTAR, a challenge. But to be behind now, playing catch-up, it's not going to be easy. But he can do it. He can do it. That's one thing for sure.
Well, like you said, he's come straight off the Sun Lounger into playing this one.
Has.
He seems in high spirits for it regardless. So we're going to see whether or not they can actually end up locking it down as well. I believe we are almost ready to go into this. I am curious, though, if any of these two teams are going to switch anything up in terms of the weapons they're using or the streaks they are using, because this can be a very streaky game mode, Kill Confirmed, especially if you play it a little bit conservative. And we saw VIKKSTAR was able to get his last time, so was Cal Freezy, both very influential things on the map. And here's the even better thing. If you're using one of the streaks like the attack helicopter, that will just mean there are free dog tags to pick up as you walk around.
What would you use if it was...
On this, I think maybe the spy plane, so you can see the radar, so you can see where the enemy players are. That will help as long as they're not running Ghost. Probably like an attack helicopter and maybe a cruise missile. Very easy things to pick up kills with. Not too far distance, so you're not going to have any hope of getting it before the game ends. They seem pretty standard as well. It's actually one of the more standard runs for Call of Duty, so I think that's roughly what I would be running. They were also, a lot of them, using Lawbreaker last time around to run two weapons, which is not normal. So we'll see whether or not they choose to use a single weapon now as they get to play a little bit more how they want. I don't know.
Be interesting. Be really good to see.
Well, I have a little bit of news as well for you. I've been told that we are changing everything I've just said. Everything I've said has now changed. We are switching it up just a little bit. I believe we're now going on to Checkmate Hardpoint. So this is a different game mode entirely. We're going on to Checkmate. It's a very good game for this as well. And Hardpoint, the refresher for anybody listening as well. basically there are zones around the map, and they will move around the map in a linear fashion. If you get into the zone, for every second you are in that zone uncontested, you will gain a point for your team. And that's basically all there is to it.
So you just got to keep out the way, basically.
Yeah, basically stop the enemy team from getting to the point, get yourself into the point. Much more team-based than Kill Confirm was going to be, because you kind of have to rely on your teammates to clear the way for you or to keep the enemy out of it as well. So curious to see how these two teams now go against it. Obviously a massive change from the Kill Confirm we were going to just play, but we switched it up. That's what we're doing here. It's all going to be good. Speaking of switching up, let's jump on board with Robs to kick this one off as we load into this map. And let's get right into this one. On board with Robs to begin with the MP5, and that first hardpoint will be in the middle of this plane.
Yeah, oh, he's moved sweetly into there as well.
He's looking like he's ready for it. Right now it's contested, but he ends up going down. Shotguns at use in that plane as well, but only 3-point advantage right now. It's nothing too much to worry about, Chris, realistically, because when this rotates after 60 seconds, which you can see the countdown on your screen now, it's a good opportunity to get those points back. So even if you go down by 60, as long as you get the full 60 on the next one, you'll be right back into the game. This game will end either when the timer goes down to 0 or when the first team hits 250 points.
Very interesting. So it can ebb and flow, fluctuate all the way through, which is a really good game to be playing, actually, because you don't want to get too far out of it, because you can get yourself really back into it straight away.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually one of my favourite game modes. And right now we're on board, and it looks like PFC Jimmy is actually just holding the back of the plane here while his teammate Robs is doing an awful lot of work inside. Robs actually now is on a 3-streak inside that plane, who jumped off him, using this MP5 in close quarters to devastating effect. That hill has now moved, and it is going to be VIKKSTAR's team who is on it at the moment. This is another big point about this game mode here, Chris, as well. Getting that early rotation to the next point is very valuable. It's easier to defend from inside the hill than it is to try to break in against the enemy team.
Well, he's inside there now, and he's moving pretty well. To be fair, he's scoring okay-ish.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think right now we have to jump forward with Gemme. He is doing pretty well on Cal Freezy's team, and it looks like he's trying to make a bit of a push himself, holding on to this wing here, as the next rotation will be coming up soon. VIKKSTAR.
Absolutely brilliant.
VIKKSTAR has taken the lead. We are about to switch again. It looks like we've gone to PFC Jimmy. He's responding to the back of the old hill. Now, here's the other interesting...
PCF Jimmy, that is.
PCF Jimmy B.
What does it stand for? PCF?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I have no idea. But here's the benefit for the teams on Hardpoint here. If they are in the hill, it can sometimes be difficult to rotate early enough, which now, if you can see it, Cal Freezy's team have managed to gain control of this next one after the switch. And they are only down by about 25 points.
So it's close.
It is very close.
Very close.
It is very close. Right, we're on board with Vic once again. He's going to be using this MP5, trying to get into it here. It is contested first of all. Teammates with him. Gets that 2-streak, looks for the third, but shut down. Cal Freezy with the AKU will end up shutting him out of that point. And they're doing a great job of holding this right now.
Oh, that was amazing. Really, really quality there from Cal Freezy.
Looks like we're on board with Robs now, and he ends up going down again and having to spawn back up. Great hold here from Cal Freezy, but as you can see, it is about to change again as we go into the final seconds of this one. It will be the long corridor. If you get a player into it, you can have those longer range guns hold over and keep people off, and it looks like it will be VIKKSTAR's team in to begin with. They pile in with numbers.
Yes, they do. They've got enough bodies around the area now to try and make scoring pretty easy, I would have said.
Yeah, they should do. Like I said, once you've got bodies in here, it can be easy to defend from controlling the hill than it is to the next one. And right now, PFC is up going down. Logger trying to back him up, using that AK with an iron sight. Oh, one big kill, not enough. This is what I was talking about. You see that long sight line going all the way down, Chris?
Yeah.
That's where the long-range guns come into play. It's going to be very, very difficult to try and take any of these cover with those weapons.
And they're moving about really well. Ducking and diving, as they should be, and picking up their points as they go along.
They are, and now it looks like we're about to hit the next rotation, and just as an update for anybody listening, it is 115 to 57. VIKKSTAR is now significantly higher in the scoreboard than he was last time around, and that team is heating up. VIKKSTAR has actually got a war machine. He's been playing out of his mind. That's a huge bonus for him. Ends up going down with it, throwing grenades all over the map with that grenade launcher.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely superb. He really has got the idea and the gameplay and the brains behind the operation. Very, very clever.
He said he does. I actually spoke to VIKKSTAR just before we went live, and he said he has been playing a lot of tournaments recently, so he should be in a really good form for this one. And it looks like he is taking seriously. Another big kill there for him. Rob backing him up as well as they flood through this wood area. They haven't been able to get an awful lot of time off this one because it's a little bit open. So whenever you get a player commit to it, they end up getting shut down. But we are about to rotate again here, and we go back to the beginning now. This will go back into the first point we saw, begin with, right inside the plane. So maybe, at this point, with VIKKSTAR being 70 points ahead, Calfreezy will have to rethink and energize his team to do something.
Well, he's got to do something special. There's no doubt about that. So how he gets his team on the same, well, hymn sheet as himself, because we know how good he is. But I wouldn't say his team are letting him down, but things are not going well.
No, they aren't, and let's jump aboard to Calfreezy's team because they have got so much work to do. You can see right now that is contested up in that plane. We're on board with Quantum, and he's trying to get in here with the Orc with the long-range sight. Probably not the gun you want for indoors with the long-range sight himself, but they do currently have control, and he also has a streak himself, a napalm truck, I believe that is, which he might be able to use, but it's difficult on this map to actually get that because there is a roof. It looks like he's going to try and go for it.
And because there's a roof, why is that a problem, Bryson?
Well, basically, the napalm strike comes from the sky, and as you can see, what just happened there, it hits the roof and doesn't go into the map. Okay. So it kind of gets a little bit wasted. But speaking of, wasted, we want to give something away. Another code coming up on the screen for the PlayStation right now. If you input that code, you will have a chance to win a copy of the game. And of course, keep an eye out for this entire broadcast. There are games and skins given away the entire way through. And I believe it's all platforms, I've been told, so we'll make sure that we keep those pumping out for you, so make sure you keep eagle-eyed for a chance of it. Speaking of eagle-eyed, Calfreezy's on the 7th Street right now. We've got to get on board with him. Calfreezy's doing ridiculous work to try to come back into this game. Calfreezy on a 7. Sees another player up there. That's 8 for him. Sentry gun in his back pocket now. But the problem being is they're 100 points down, Chris, so he has to convert these kills into points.
Oh, very much so. He's a long, long way behind. And I have to say, he's doing a great job. That's one thing for certain. But his team, I wouldn't say letting him down, but they're not as good at this moment in time in this particular game as they should be.
A little bit of an error there. He actually put down the turret a bit early as that changed. This is a great opportunity for Calfreezy, actually. If he can get into the right area with this sentry gun as he makes to get another kill. That's his sentry gun going down.
Oh.
Gemma, his teammate, actually has a war machine as well. So they're managing to get the streaks here. That's a 4th streak for Gemma. We need to get on board with that player as well because Calfreezy has an opportunity to come back here. There are so many streaks on their side of the map that if they use them effectively, they can come back into this game.
Wow. If they listen to your advice, Brycey, they'll have a chance.
Well, hopefully, because they were making a little bit of a comeback there, but now VIKKSTAR just pushed over 200. And I wonder whether or not they can get in time. Calfreezy will end up putting that attack helicopter in again. Like I said, not as effective here. There is a bit of a roof. It doesn't get as many kills as it could do. But I don't know where that sentry gun is. If it's in a good place, he might have an opportunity. But with that next rotation coming up, as it stands, Calfreezy is significantly behind on this one.
Yeah, he is. He is, and he needs to rally his troops as well.
He certainly does, and if you want to keep an eye out, an Xbox code has just been pushed live, so make sure you grab that code if you can for a chance to win yourselves. Speaking of chances to win, VIKKSTAR shutting down Calfreezy there, refusing to let him as he's now going onto a streak of his own. That shotgun comes out, ambitious play from Vic, trying to get into the mixer. But they are in control completely here, and with only 15 points left to go, Chris, that could be 15 seconds until this one is done.
Oh, the VIKKSTAR is swaggering. You know, he really is. He knows he's got this. No danger on this one. Move on to the next.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like this game is going to end here. What could have been a bit of redemption there for Calfreezy ends up falling flat, and it is VIKKSTAR doing disgusting work again. I've just seen the scoreboard one more time.
Oh.
VIKKSTAR went 54 and 20. So showing off a little bit.
Doubled him.
refusing to have it even be close.
Impressive. You'd have to say really impressive. You know, the quality of the play is just outstanding. All those players out there who want to live up to that quality. You can get there, but the VIKKSTAR is, well, he's amazing.
He certainly is. It looked like Cal Fraser was going to make a bit of a comeback. That disappeared super fast as soon as VIKKSTAR showed up and started shutting him down. And I'm wondering, you know, can Cal mentally recover from this one? Because he was in a good position. He was on like a 9-10 streak as well. And just wasn't able to get it out of the bag here. And I think one of the maybe big issues for his team was setting up on those early rotations, making sure they had that point first. Vic seemed to do a better job of it, probably from his experience.
Yeah, without a doubt. He knows the gameplay. He knows what he wants his team to do. Whereas Cal Fraser, just a little bit behind. His team are not on the same wavelength as he is at the moment. Early days, let's not forget. 5 game plays, 3 left. So, you know, we've still got plenty of time.
Yeah, we certainly do. It's not over. It is not over. And you've got to wonder whether or not Cal Fraser can end up making a little bit of a redemption comeback here, because that first game was close. The second game, maybe not so much. You know, it kind of got blown out a little bit there, and VIKKSTAR certainly showed just how good he is. But I don't know. I'm going to start rooting for Cal Fraser a little bit, I think. I have to kind of favour the underdog in this situation.
Oh, without a doubt. We want the underdog to do well. That's one thing for sure. But, you know, can he sort of like put that past behind him, those 2 games, concentrate now on this next one and make sure he gets the result. We don't want to whitewash.
We certainly do not want to whitewash, and I believe we are setting up our next map here as well. Possibly going to be Nuketown, but I will hold fire and make sure that's correct this time around before we go on to
presumptuous.
And that certainly will be entertaining. This is one of the smallest maps in the game, Chris. Very close quarters, very much 12 players in basically a street, essentially, between 2 houses. And that just means it's going to be very, very fast and furious. So we'll see how these 2 teams are thinking about adapting.
Well, VIKKSTAR confident now, so he goes into this game knowing that even if he were to lose it, he's still got time to go on and win the games, whereas Cal Fraser has got to try and make sure that he rallies the troops, rallies his team, has an idea of what he's going to do, how he's going to try and win this one, and he's only got a few more minutes before we go again.
He certainly does. Well, looks like we're going to go to our captains now to find out how that game ended up going.
So, yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm here. All right, what's up, guys? All right, so we're in the mixer now. Nuketown Domination on this next one. Like I was saying to the team earlier, yeah, we're 2-0 down. You know, we're built for comebacks. We're here for entertainment. We're an entertainment-based team, so it would be naive of us not to let them go 2-0 up, for us not to put on something spectacular for everyone
Comeback
watching.
season, baby.
Exactly. So, you know, Vic, he's looking all comfy over there. He's got his glasses on. They were fogging up earlier, but he's managed to clean them up. Yeah. And now my vision's 2020, so I'm ready to bark off, and I know my team are as well. So I'm excited for this one. Nuketown Domination. Bro, Nuketown's a classic. I used to drop numbers on Nuketown. It's going to be the same thing again. Vic just keeps getting lucky with a couple kill streaks here and there, but this time he's not gonna have a chance to bring in the kill streaks.
Running toppers, we need to just run ghosts or cold-blooded, so they can't.
Is that what I need?
It doesn't affect us. You need some cold.
Okay, wait. I need to change my loadout.
If you just chuck cold blood on perk 3.
Can you? Yeah. All right.
Because if he pulls that chopper up, we're sweet. We can just stay on.
Here we go.
Flags.
Right, I'm gonna need to get myself a little cold-blooded right there. Boom. All right, fellas. Right. All I'm gonna ask from you in this game is something very simple. Yeah. To win. Yeah, that's all I need from this game is a win. Because see, look at his little smug face over there. He's having the time of his life, yeah? And it absolutely winds me up when I can see through his through his glasses. I apologize to everyone listening here, but he just winds me up just looking at him. He's having a good time. You know, I've played lots of games with him, and he gets angry easily, so we need to tap into that ASAP. And as soon as he goes tilted, the rest of the team, they're going to start crying. He gets really mean when he starts losing. So let's just wrap these guys up.
In game, of course.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. I mean, when the cameras are off, we can wrap them up, you know what I mean? But for right now, we'll do it in COD. All right.
Cool. I can hear this Rob's in game chat. Go on, leak your game plan.
All right, well, there we go. Tough talk from VIKKSTAR. Seems to be enjoying himself. Might even start quick-scoping in. Calfreezy trying to energize his team, trying to get back into this one. Does not want to allow Vic the clean sweep the entire way through, Chris.
No, not at all. Calfreezy has got to get a result on this one. Make sure that his team perform, himself perform as well. Nice words from him there saying he's not happy with VIKKSTAR and he's not happy with his smile and his face and this, that and the other. But he's got to prove it. He's got to get it down. And this is the one. This is the one. There's no turning back for this one. This is the one he has to win.
It certainly is, and I have had confirmation now of what we are going to be playing. We are going on to Nuketown 84, and it will be Domination again. If you thought the last Domination was difficult to keep up with 12 players running around, this is about to be chaos. The same thing as last time with Domination, 3 points on the map, but in a much smaller area. We are going to see an absolute bloodbath in the middle of this one as both teams end up just trading continuously. But which one will come out on top? We are about to find out. It looks like the game is, in fact, starting now. And there are certainly some high spirits from Calfreezy's team, even though they've been down.
Very much so, yeah. They're enjoying themselves, but they're enjoying losing, which is not a good sign, Bracey. Have you played this one before?
I certainly have. This is a fan favourite for Call of Duty, and like I said, very small map here as we jump on board. Let's go on board with Calfreezy to begin with, because he's the one who's been trying to kind of energise his team and see exactly how we think it's going to end up going. And Calfreezy doing great work so far, getting 3 players down and they're getting straight onto that B point. That's another big thing onto this map. Because it is so small, Chris, if you get this zone early, it can be very difficult for the enemy team to retake. And Calfreezy has done unbelievable work to do that straight out the gate.
Oh, brilliant. This isn't what we wanted to see. We want to make sure that he dominates this game, gets himself in a point where he can get the VIKKSTAR and all his team out of this game. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Come on, Calfreezy.
Never thought I'd be rooting against VIKKSTAR for this one, but
but we are. We are. This is good. Come on, Calfreezy.
VIKKSTAR's done enough winning. He's done a lot of winning in Call of Duty this year, especially. Maybe this time it's for Calfreezy to pull one over on him. And you can see right now that they are, in fact, trying to get into some good positions. We're on board with Lockup, and he's trying to get it down with that Milano, that that mini Uzi sort of weapon, and ends up nading himself, taking himself out of the game. I was just talking him up there. I was just passing him up, saying how he can get back into this. And
did he take himself out?
He did. He did.
Take him out.
No, he threw a grenade at the wall and it stuck and it blew up in his face.
Welcome to Call of Duty.
And as we go into this one, as you can see, by having that 2-to-1 advantage, they literally double the points here. And it's going to be up to VIKKSTAR's team to try and figure out a strategy to get enough players down that they can jump it fast. They've got to be aware of grenades thrown across the map. They've got to be aware of any player staying alive here. Calfreezy's trying to pin them in. And also, I've also seen Calfreezy playing so well so far. He does actually have a sentry gun ready to go. If he manages to get that in a good spot, VIKKSTAR is going to be running into a hailstorm of bullets.
Oh, well, we're hoping, fingers crossed, he has
doing it.
Organised his team. They seem to be better. They seem to be all together in this one, although he took a knock there.
This is the struggle. This is the entire trouble they're having, trying to push up this part of the map, Chris, is every time they do, there are just so many barrels swinging their way to prevent them from getting on board. They've done a good amount of work. They've got it half captured, but half does not get you points. You need the full thing. And it will now be PFC Jimmy and VIKKSTAR making the move up towards the map. They're trying to get it. They're trying to get enough kills down and just get enough ticks to get this B in. As they've made enough kills, is it going up? Are they on it? I don't think they are. They're not able to get to it.
No, not at all, no. They had a real opportunity and wasted that.
They have, and it looks like it's still going to be all Calfreezy. Calfreezy's team hold it down here, and VIKKSTAR's going to have to try and think of something. Otherwise, they're going to end this half 50 points down going into the second, and it is all going to be about that B point. can they get enough bodies onto it as they move through this? Logger now moving up with him. VIKKSTAR going to be coming out of the garage. They both go down. Rob's trying to make a play in the middle of the map, and he goes down as well. And whatever Calfreezy has said to his teammates,
he's
has
rallied
worked.
them. Yeah, he's really rallied them, and they're working together as a team. You know, before it was individuals getting a decent score here and there. Now together they are, going places.
They are, and I quite like this strategy. They got that early B push. They managed to get it locked down, and ever since then, they've just taken very powerful positions around the map, getting into cover, locking down those sight lines, and you can see, I think it's Quantum Kazza as well, is doing great work with his AUG at the same time. There's 3 AUGs at least out for it, 4 AUGs actually, I can see from Calfreezy, using full advantage of that powerful burst fire rifle to just try and lock it down entirely. VIKKSTAR actually ended up changing tactics. I saw him with the Krieg, I've seen him with the MP5. Anything he can do to break out of it, but nothing is working.
That's the good thing about him, though. He does try things, VIKKSTAR, because he knows that what he'd used previously is not working, so he's got to do something else to try and shift the balance, and that's what makes him a champion. Whereas Calfreezy has got this one. Surely he's got this one in the bag now.
I believe so. We should now go to half-time and switch round. This will be Vic's biggest opportunity to come back into it. Calfreezy getting loud here on the live stream.
This is a massacre he's shouting over there.
He knows exactly what he has done there by getting that great strategy for him. I have to give full credit. Getting that early play, like I said, very difficult to break onto this one with this amount of players in the map. And they just used those powerful long-range rifles, just kept it locked down. We saw Calfreezy also running around with an SMG. He's done it. So, as we go into the second half here, Chris, what will VIKKSTAR do?
Well, the one thing we know about him is his gameplay knowledge is fantastic. So he's going to have to try something special. You know the moves better than I do, Brycey. So that's something special. What would it be?
Well, right now it's going on a 6 streak. VIKKSTAR opens up with a massive killing spree to try and lock it down, but it's just not enough. His teammates haven't been able to help him out there quite enough, but he has held off Calfreezy for just a minute, and he's going to try and do it again, try and get in a good position. VIKKSTAR knows he must capture B early enough into this one to come back into the game, otherwise they're going to be in serious trouble. But at the moment, it's all they can do to stop Calfreezy's team swarming onto it.
Oh, I can't see it happening. I really can't. Calfreezy is really playing this game well, and his team are backing him up. He looks confident, he looks assured, and this is not going to be a one for VIKKSTAR, that's for sure.
Well, no, it is not going to be, because as you can see on your map, ladies and gentlemen, it will be Calfreezy holding C, and they managed to get B again here. Can Vic make a reversible fortune? The other bad thing about this, Chris, is that even if Vic now manages to fight his way back and get onto B, with the way that the points work, he won't have enough by the end of the game to win. So he has to actually go for all 3 points to try and make a comeback. Calfreezy is sitting pretty.
Oh, without a doubt. Cruising, absolutely cruising. It's the first time he's got VIKKSTAR on the back foot, and he's chasing, to be fair to him, he's chasing the game, but he's coming up against a very confident Calfreezy.
And now look at the streaks, they've got him locked in. Calfreezy on a 5 streak. Gemma on the other team has also got a 9 streak with the War Machine. They've got sentry guns down as well. VIKKSTAR doesn't know what to do because all his gun skill, all his talent, all his knowledge is faltering here in the face of a dominating opposition team.
This is, well, this is a walk in the park at last for Calfreezy. He is absolutely cruising, dominant as you could possibly see.
Well, this is an interesting play from Calfreezy, actually, so look at him. Not only is he sitting there with his guns all ready to go, his AKU, his AUG, they also had 2 sentry guns locked onto that site. They have an attack helicopter in the air, but it could be a little bit of a turn here. They just got removed out of it. A lot of players went down, and you can see VIKKSTAR team hasn't given up the fight. They are trying to get back into this one.
Well, he won't give up, that's one thing for sure. He won't give up, he'll keep trying, he'll keep pushing, but for me, this is a one-way street. Calfreezy is going to make sure that this is a victory. I cannot see him losing this.
No, I can't see him losing it either. I just think it's too far out of the realm of possibility here for VIKKSTAR. Even when he's racking up the kills, there's just not an awful lot he can do. There is air support in the air. They have players locked into it. Calfreezy got another 3 kills. Let's jump on board with Calfreezy.
That was superb.
He's having a ridiculous game.
Oh, he has played this game well as I have seen anybody play this game, and I don't see it very often.
Well, no, that is entirely true. He is having a fantastic game, but Rob's actually ended up just dropping a massive artillery strike and wiped out all of Calfreezy's team in one go, and Vic has managed to get B back. But it may be too little too late.
It is too little too late. You know, he cannot win from this position. Impossible.
It would have to take an absolute miracle now for VIKKSTAR. They would have to capture C and basically just continue to hold it. Even while they are now getting double the points that Calfreezy is getting, Calfreezy is only 25 points away from winning. And all they have to do is just sit here and not lose their home flag. I don't think Calfreezy's going to do that, though. He might end up pushing and trying to get B back.
Oh, he's got to. He's got to keep going for it. That's what got him into this position in the first place, so he's got to keep going forward.
I think he's done it as well. Whatever was said by Calfreezy in that pep talk certainly has done wonders. His team are working like a well-oiled machine, Chris.
Oh, well, we know what well-oiled machines are like. They are run smoothly, and this one has been a game to cherish for Calfreezy.
Unbelievable reversal of fortune as they continue just to put the hurt down and lock them into their spawn. I never think you've seen VIKKSTAR, after the last 2 games we've seen, had this much of a trouble. When he did say before this one, maybe he'll take it a little bit easy, start sniping, having a bit of fun on the map. I tell you something, Cammy, this has been anything but fun.
Well, I thought it was just words. Hopefully it was just words that he was going to take it easy, and we've got to give credit to Calfreezy and his team for this performance, because it has been really, really good, effective, strong, powerful, and the shooting has been amazing.
That was a bit too easy.
Unbelievable scores there. Getting, I think that was 78 and 25. Calfreezy, I think 68 and 25. Trying to keep an eye on these here, but they were just dominating. Yeah, 78. Ridiculous. And also, I've been told something else ridiculous. The PC code is now live on your screens. Grab that for a chance to win, of course. And speaking of winning, Calfreezy did everything there. That cannot have been comfortable for Vic. VIKKSTAR still in high spirits, though.
Yeah, he is, because he's still leading. He's 2-1 up. He took a chance on that game. It didn't work for him. Calfreezy now confident, so maybe we'll see what the 4th game brings.
Is it now a reversal of fortune for Calfreezy, or has what he done is just awakened Vic? Full VIKKSTAR coming to the stream now. It's like, right, no more easy games.
No, well, we know what a good player he is, VIKKSTAR. That's one thing for sure. Calfreezy has got to use that confidence. His team have got to get behind him and really push on.
Yeah, well, funny enough, it certainly is no more excuses now for these 2 teams. As it is 2-1 to VIKKSTAR going forward into the 4th map, but Calfreezy has shown that there is no easy games and no dominant sweep coming out. And we could go into it, and it looks like we're going into Garrison for our next map. Ooh. And it will be Team Deathmatch. This one, fortunately, super easy to understand. Basically, kills equal points. That's all it is. Get more kills than the enemy team, and you win the game.
You've watched both of these players before. Who do you fancy?
Oh, well, based on what Calfreezy was doing last time, his team all seemed to be on the same page. Now, that's worrying for Vic, because while he is a very good player, he's not the only player on his team. And like I said, kills mean points. So Vic can get a lot of kills, but if the enemy team get a lot of kills onto his teammates, he can still lose. I wonder if now, in the strategy talk, when he's talking to his players, talking to his teams and saying, hey, be a bit careful, let's go slow, work as a team, and just not give away free kills to the enemy, because Calfreezy is riding high. He knows what he wants to do.
Well, that'd be interesting. It'd be really good for the competition as well to go to the 5th game. So come on, Calfreezy, you can do it.
It would be great to see exactly how it ends up in map number 5, whether or not Calfreezy can end up continuing this winning streak, of course. But, I mean, he's actually seemed less happy after that win than he did after the loss from the last one.
I know. He's trying to make out he's cool over there.
He's acting tough now. He's like, yeah, I'm the player. I'm the great
the boy.
It was great gameplay. Cal. I'm not going to lie to you. It was great gameplay.
He's given it one of them as well.
All right, I believe we can throw it over now to our captains.
Guys, all right, so our next game is Garrison TDM, and if there's one thing my team has proven is that we are just outright stone cold killers. We put in up numbers, so we're back in business. It's 2-1. Admittedly, we had a couple stinkers early doors. Let's hope there's no more hard point, otherwise it's a wrap now. If we get another hard point, we're done
We
for.
need at least one S&D.
Mate, I don't care. Look, TDM, theoretically, boys, we should actually step up to the plate here and absolutely whack VIKKSTAR's head in. So that's what we're after. And I do think that we'll actually win this and we'll level it up 2-2, and it will be pretty tasty, I think, for the final game.
%.
S&D 5.
As long as they don't camp, you know.
Once you go 5-5 rounds, last round wins, that would be nice.
That would be nice. But until then, we've got to deal with this, and we've got to make sure we win this first of all. So
Nice comms again, boys. That's all we need. Nice comms.
that is.
Trying to remember this, man.
Nice comms and calling when you got your streak.
Yeah, it's just, do you know what?
Right, so what I'm going to tell you, is the left side of this map is OP.
As in, we want to be on the left
We wanna
side.
be- if
Wait,
we
which
spawn-
side is that though?
So if we spawn car, and you know the big open lot
Yeah,
up back,
yeah,
on
yeah.
their left side caution, you can go under snake and you can get right behind them all.
Okay, see,
Or
we've got the tactics man here.
Or Cal can hold the heady on the left.
If he holds heady on left and caution, we can play cat, go through green.
You see the people that I brought into my team. Donnies with brain cells, and then they just need me on the sticks, and it's a winning combination. So for this one,
Yeah, Cal, you play heady on caution, far left.
yeah, heady on caution. yeah, let me.
I'll show you.
What? Look, all I'll say is, yeah, our team, when it comes to putting up numbers in terms of kills, we've been doing bits. But let's just hope there's no more hard point, because we don't like
78.
hard point. We don't like hard point.
Oh, he's so humble now he's losing.
Yeah.
All right, well, a little bit of talk there between the two teams, and Calfreezy saying, hey, we're doing bits as long as there's no more hardpoint. Well, I can confirm we're not playing a hardpoint this time around. This is going to be team deathmatch we are now going into on Garrison. I don't know whether that's a bonus for him or not, but it's not the hardpoint he was afraid of.
No, not at all. And Calfreezy, confident there, I have to say. Really, really confident. Got his team together. And VIKKSTAR, he's going to get a game. No matter what in this fourth game, it's going to be a tournament that he has to, a game that he has to win to make sure he keeps his neck in front. Otherwise, we're into a final tiebreak.
We certainly are, and I'm just actually having a look. So one of the fortunate things about this is we can see everybody's screen as they're going for, and it looks like, I don't want to give too much away here, but what Calfreezy's team is doing is changing their score streaks around. I'm trying to figure out exactly what they're doing here. It looks like they're going for a care package, which is interesting, a random chance to see exactly what goes through. Mostly got all spy planes. I'm seeing a lot of attack helicopters. Not many sentry guns now. They've taken those off, which is a smart play, actually, because sentry guns can be avoided in Team Deathmatch. That's the difference about this one. Whereas before we've had those concentrated points like the hard points or the domination where you have to capture something. Here, you don't have to go anywhere. You can basically just play your part of the map, so sentry gun would not be as effective. So I'm very curious to see exactly what they're switching to, and it looks like all attack helicopters for Calfreezy and a napalm strike or two. Napalm strike probably not the go-to on Garrison. It is inside again. It looks like that might actually end up going off. But this is an interesting strategy. It shows to me that they are in fact thinking about what they're about to play.
All right. Well, that's what good team leaders do, and they've got to make sure that, well, certainly Calfreezy has got to make sure that his team win this one. So he's got to be really clever on this one, whereas VIKKSTAR knows that even if he loses this, he's still got a chance. So maybe not as clinical as Calfreezy.
Well, let's find out. I believe this game is about to get underway. No more excuses for these two teams. We're going on to Garrison on Team Deathmatch and jumping on board, first of all, with what looks like VIKKSTAR as he tries to redeem himself after that last map. And let's be honest with you, he's been putting up the kills all event long. Let's see if he can do it one more when they really matter.
Wow. Good start. Both teams are on their way.
VIKKSTAR's going up into a place called Top Control now. Great control there, and actually ends up slapping down an enemy player as they take the early lead. And like I said, this one's so simple to understand. VIKKSTAR's going to be in his element, doesn't have to push, doesn't have to go anywhere he doesn't want to, and run into the teeth of Calfreezy like he did last time.
Confident start.
He could just sit here and just rack up these kills over and over again.
Oh. Early victims coming VIKKSTAR's way, that's for sure.
Oh, and there we go, another kill for VIKKSTAR. He's now on a 4 streak himself. His teammates doing all right at the same time. Score currently 10 and 5. See most of those Vicks, but now it looks like they've been taken down by that AUG. This game could go either way very, very quickly here, Cammy. Simply just by the benefit of the kills going down. Robs ends up getting a 3-piece himself. Unbelievable, that MP5. And it looks like they've got a bit of a tactic. They're trying to control a lot around the middle of the map and just play it slow.
Well, he's obviously got into his team, told them what he wants, how he's going to produce it. Are they with him? Well, we'll see.
Oh, you can see it right now. It's getting a little bit equal here. Calfreezy trying to do his best here with that AUG, bringing it back out. Spy planes now coming out here, and counter spy planes to counter those. Basically, one will put the enemy team onto the minimap, the other will remove the minimap entirely. So very much counterplay from these two teams going on.
Yeah, VIKKSTAR's had a good start in this one, which is what he wanted. He was confident when they started this game. His team moved brilliantly into position, and they're holding the fort, you'd have to say.
They are still 6 points ahead here, but 3 end up going down. And he's trying to get it log up, trying to get those long strikes as
Really
VIKKSTAR
close.
comes back off of it. He's not. The great thing about this is, like I said, now there's no objective. They can actually just hold fire and be a little bit more tactical and slow with it. They don't have to go anywhere. And I believe another code has gone live for you. So check that out on your streams right now, as they are now only 1 kill separating these two.
Yeah, it's very close. And it's more tactical than we've seen in any of the other games.
This is where it gets nervous, Cammy. This is where it gets tense. They've just tied up at 30 to 30. Nobody wants to give kills away, and they're being very, very paranoid about it. Taking big fights, so Calfreezy does not care. He gets 2 up top, and that now puts him into the lead. Calfreezy, after going down to kick things off, has now taken the lead in this TDM.
Oh, he's done really, really well. He looks confident though, doesn't he, Calfreezy? That's one thing that he needs his teammates to get is, come on, be as confident as I am. Back me up all the way.
Well, right now, he's probably telling his teammates to calm down, get together, let's try this. And I said there probably won't be a sentry gun coming, but they've actually brought one out and used it to cut off part of the map. It's going to be difficult for the enemy team to challenge it here, but they are still in the lead. Calfreezy and his team doing well. VIKKSTAR out with the shotgun and the Krig. Knows he now probably has to take this on upon himself to do the work.
It's very tight though. Very, very tight. The scores are fluctuating all the time.
It is, but the big problem is Calfreezy, once they got into that lead, they obviously slowed it down and took some power positions, because they are now starting to dominate here, Cammy. 51 to 38. Calfreezy has come out of the gate slow, but he's now ahead.
Oh, I could hear him as well, shouting as if he's really confident of winning this one. He's got to hold this. Can he hold it? I think VIKKSTAR's going to have something to say about that.
Oh, he certainly is, and that's who they're going to be relying on a lot of this time here. They need to make a comeback, and they get a few kills there strung together, trying to get this deficit back down. They have, and that's going to be crucial to get these and not give away kills in these gunfights. Calfreezy, though, doing everything he can to get another kill locked down. VIKKSTAR trying to make moves here with his team. 10 points still behind, but it is all to play for, as both teams now finding their middle ground.
Oh, it's still very close. It can go either way at any time now. We know how quickly you can score, and VIKKSTAR knows that all too well.
Well, now on board with VIKKSTAR, and this is the interesting part. They seem to be going around as a team. VIKKSTAR has clearly made the call to his teammates to late. Let's push as a group here so we can overwhelm them with numbers and try to get some of these kills back. It's staying, though, at a 10 to 12 point deficit for his team. And Vic's now probably thinking, with only a few kills left to go on this map, can they make this comeback?
Well, I hope not. I really hope not. I'm not taking sides or anything, but come on, Calfreezy.
The biggest problem now for this in a team deathmatch, and this is what it always comes down to, is when you are behind on kills, Cammy, if you basically have to push forward and find those kills. The enemy team can essentially run the clock out or just sit back and wait for you to come to them. And that's pretty much what is happening to VIKKSTAR once again. As soon as Calfreezy managed to get in the lead, they have held it by just being in better positions. And his teammates like Quantum Kaz are doing well. They've gone with the Augs again. They've got shotguns out at the same time. And they are, pardon the phrase, pretty much ending this game right here. Almost now 20 points ahead.
Wow. It's good. Tactically, it's brilliant. But can he hold it? That's the question. You know, at any time it can change, but he is in a strong position.
This would take a miracle now for the comeback to happen. They are behind. It is still plausible. It's not out of the realms of possibility, but it will take a monumental effort from VIKKSTAR's team with Jimmy, Logger and Robs to try and actually hold this one down and not give kills away. That's the biggest problem they're coming against here, is every time they get a kill, it's being traded straight back, so they're not really gaining any ground.
No, tit for tat, as they say, along the way.
And that's it. It's only 10 kills now for Calfreezy to lock in map number 2. That's all they have to do, is just keep trading away. They don't have to worry about going on big streaks. They don't have to worry about playing smart. Just trade the kills away, and Calfreezy will have this one in the bag.
It's been impressive. How we set about this one has been good. It's been cool. It's been confident. It's been working together as a team.
Oh, Vic has just found a war machine, and he's tried to bring it back. He's got several kills in a row there.
Woohoo!
This is, like I said,
that has taken a few hours.
It is not outside the realms of possibility. Vic has gone on a 10 streak. That's an 11 streak for VIKKSTAR. However, they've got to get it before 3 kills come in for the enemy team.
It's close.
He has to do an incredible job. They cannot lose 3 more kills. Logger gets 2 as well, bringing it back to a 7-point game. That's 12 now for Vic. It's a 6-point game. It's Calfreezy shut down for 13.
Oh.
It's a 5-point game. Calfreezy's team has not got to kill anything soon. Oh, it's 98 to 22.
This is unbelievable.
This could be it. What can they do?
Very, very exciting.
Oh, and that's it. Calfreezy finds him. Calfreezy takes him down.
Woo! What a finish.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that was unbelievable. What a finish from Calfreezy there. And you could hear him whooping from over here.
I'll be honest with you, I feel like he was probably a little bit nervous at one point.
Wow.
VIKKSTAR tried
what a
to
way
take the
to
game.
finish.
Unreal. Vic found that war machine and started to find the kills. His teammates backed him up. And I thought it was over, Cammy. I thought that game was over. It was done. And in come VIKKSTAR from nowhere. And Calfreezy rightly praising whatever God just gave him that win, because it could have gone very, very badly. Went all the way down to, I think, a 6-kill difference from 20. And he just got away with it.
A brilliant win. Really brilliant win from Calfreezy and his team. Just goes to show, though, that the VIKKSTAR is not here to mess around. He's still in with an opportunity to win this one, but it's tied 2-2.
He tried. He tried. He certainly, and that was ridiculous. As soon as I saw that war machine come out, I think he got a lot of kills in quick succession, and then he must have made the call to his teammates to say, hey, slow down, do not push. We cannot afford to give these away. And he started to try and make moves himself. Unfortunately, like I said, there was only 3 kills Calfreezy had to make, his entire team, and it was just too little too late.
It was too little too late, but we wondered for a second whether they were going to get those 3 kills.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, very interesting.
It certainly was. I was wondering whether or not VIKKSTAR would have made the epic comeback, but that has set us up pretty nicely, right?
Oh, brilliant.
As we go into...
We couldn't have asked for a better finish.
As it goes into map 5, that's it. There is basically all tied up at 2-2. They have fought their hearts out the whole way through, and now one of them will actually be the winner.
Ooh, where's your money?
Oh, that's a horrible question. Who am I betting onto this one? And it looks like, I've been told, we are going back to Miami for Domination. Vic is asking for confirmation. Vic, we're going back to Domination Miami.
The VIKKSTAR.
I've been told, I don't know whether we can do a new map or something. I would have to,
have to
figure it out
the
here.
The VIKKSTAR's not happy.
I'm sure I'll leave it to the team captains to figure out exactly what they want to go for. But but it looks like we might be jumping ahead again. Right now, a lot of furious debate going on between the two teams about what we're going to end up playing here.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not picking them.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to claim I picked this map so they can get for it. I picked the maps originally to roll through and see how these teams come through, but I didn't make the call for back to Miami. So just waiting to double confirm that's what we're doing. It looks like it might be back to Miami Domination. I think Vic's trying to have a word, but if you remember correctly, the first time round we watched that one, incredibly close, 200 to 198.
Yeah, very close indeed. But you look at the two body languages now at this moment in time, and the VIKKSTAR doesn't look as confident as he did early on. It's now Calfreezy who is the one who's got his feet up, he's got a big smile on his face, and he's happy.
Well, that we said, underdog coming into this one, Calfreezy, and he knew even if he lost, nobody would be shocked because VIKKSTAR has been winning up and down Warzone, CDL tournaments he's been entering, everything. He is the player to watch and the player that everybody's been hyping up as the one to take it easily. But Calfreezy has shown some resilience, has shown that he will not go quietly into the night, and has brought it all the way to a map 5 tied up.
Oh, brilliant. I absolutely impressed with him because, it could have been a whitewash. He could have been wiped the floor with, but his team have come back, and it's one of them at this moment in time. Who's going to win?
It certainly is. Well, I can confirm now from our production that we are, in fact, going into Miami Domination for the second time. After the map was so close the first time around, we're going back to it here and to see who eventually comes out on top. Of course, both teams will have changed over the last 4 maps. New strategies,
not
new
happy.
tactics. I don't think Vic's up.
He's going.
Vic's trying. Vic wants to play Search and Destroy. Look. Vic.
He's rattled.
I'll cut anything. I'm just here for the good times. Apparently we're making a call for search. I will go on record as saying I am happy to cast this and explain it to everybody what's about to happen. I don't know if Calfreezy's okay with this one.
Calfreezy, are you okay with it?
Do you have a choice in this?
Wait, hold on a second. Me and the boys were just talking strats of domination.
Okay.
Now we're switching it up.
Yeah. It looks like Vic has pulled a little bit of a fast one here, and we are in fact going to go onto Search and Destroy on Miami. And I will now explain this game mode, Chris, because I don't think you've seen this one before.
This is dodgy though, isn't it?
This is a very interesting game.
Picking the games that we play. What's going on?
That is interesting. We will have to have a look at that afterwards. But okay. Here's how Search and Destroy actually works. Very different to anything we've watched so far. It should be considerably slower. There will be rounds, and every round you only get 1 life. If you're on the attacking team, you either have to wipe out the defending team or plant a bomb at one of 2 sites. If you're on the defending team, either wipe out the attacking team or defuse the bomb after it has been planted at one of 2 sites. Either of those will get you a round win. Now, I don't know exactly what we're going to here because I'm used to going to 6, but I think it might be first to 4 wins. They should swap every side, every time. So if you're attacking one time, you'll be defending the next time, and so on and so forth. But like I said, you only have 1 life per round. So it's about tactically moving with your team to the bomb sites, figuring out what strategies you want to do, and teamwork. This is a very tactical game here, which is probably why VIKKSTAR has insisted on it to end this one.
So he's obviously confident on his team being as good as him.
Well, we will see, but obviously VIKKSTAR pulled this one out. It is known for its incredible endings to any competitive game we have seen in the past. So VIKKSTAR has obviously made this call to try and give the best possible experience for people watching at home. And maybe a little bit because he knows how to play it very well, but we'll see.
And he wants to beat Calfreezy.
It's interesting. Here's the other thing. This is a big change of tactics for everything they've been doing. It's nowhere near as fast. Your life really does count here because if you go down, obviously you're going to be outnumbered for the rest of the round, which can last anywhere from 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on when the bomb is planted. And including myself here, a little bit in the dark because I typically play in the esports roles I do with Search and Destroy. I don't play a lot of the standard rules we are using, so I'll be learning some of this as we go along as well. Should be pretty similar to what I'm used to, however. But I am very excited to see this now because, like I said before, big individual plays can make a difference.
Yeah.
And Calfreezy's ready for it. They are ready. All right. Well, gentlemen,
Fingers crossed he can perform.
Let's get right into this one. It wasn't on the production. By the way, I have the running order in front of me. This wasn't on it, but a call has been made.
By the VIKKSTAR.
By the VIKKSTAR. We are going to Miami Search and Destroy. And it is going to be first to 6 rounds, so I was correct in that. It is going to be 6. And we'll see how this one ends up going. Now, because we are doing this a little bit different, our production should be able to hear me. What we're going to do is we're going to take this very slowly, and we will watch the attacking side every round, okay? That's usually the way we should end up watching this. We're going to watch the attacking side. That side so far is going to be Cal Freezy's team. So we watch the attacking side with Cal Freezy and see how they execute this. And on board with them right now, you can see them pushing up. They are looking towards this B site. All 6 still alive here.
Yeah, moving in, looking for the enemy.
And now this is where they've got to be careful. Like I said, this is where it slows down a little bit because you don't want to give those lives away. And they know they're going to be defenders around this site. Cal Freezy is actually making a huge play here. He's managed to get upstairs, trying to find that player down the back alley. This again, staying alive. Player coming down for it, and he's taken down Cal Freezy.
Cal Freezy's gone.
And that gives them a numerical disadvantage. And they're in a little bit of a tight spot here. Can they get that bomb down? It's dangerous. Like I said, this is dangerous. The call has been made to potentially rotate out here and go to the other side, Cammy.
This is really interesting. So, is it 4 versus 3 now?
I believe there are 6 players aside, but there's only 4 from the actual invitational players. So this is where it gets dangerous. 4v4. And as the numbers start to dwindle just a little bit, that's where the individual players become even more important. You start to get outnumbered. Individual gunfights really count into this. And it looks like we're on board with Cal Freezy, who's watching Just Ben and Quantaz. They're trying to hold this down. That bomb is now going down. It's Just Ben who's planting, but he's left alone. He's in a 1 versus 3.
It's down to you. Make the
Been
agency
a good
proud.
maneuver.
Oh, down he goes. Not quite able to make that one out of it. VIKKSTAR, it looks like, was the player who shut him down. And that will now be 1-0 to VIKKSTAR in this.
No wonder he wanted to play this. He looks very confident, very assured, and round 1 win.
Wow. Like I said, Cammy, as you can tell, like he gets a little bit slower here as these players, every life is so precious in this game mode.
See why he wanted to play this one. Very, very assured, very confident, and very sneaky.
He is, and actually, we go on board with the attacking team this time, which will be VIKKSTAR, I believe. And we could jump on board with him here. And here's the other thing, is shot calling in this one, super important. The in-game leadership can really make or break it, because you're going to essentially command your players where they need to go and what they need to do.
Has he already relayed that to his
I
team?
believe I heard a little bit out of my left ear roughly what they're going to do. I don't want to give it away too much because I don't know how much Cal Freezy can hear me. But as you can see on your screens right now, it looks like they're going to go for a heavy A push. But can they get along this beach? Can they get into this side to get the bomb down? Right now, neither team able to get a kill. No first bloods.
Like you say, it's a little bit slower. It's not as much kills as we're used to.
2 kills already gone down. It's 5 versus 4. 5 versus 3. VIKKSTAR's team with the advantage now. Now they have 1 minute and 6 seconds left to plant, but there are players swinging all out of it, and it's now a 1 versus 4. You can see, and it will be another round there for VIKKSTAR.
He's really good at this. No wonder he wanted to play it. He is, well, a bit special, as they say.
If you're Cal Freezy, you're probably feeling a little bit cheated.
He'll be shouting for a game after this.
He certainly will. But now this is the point where, again, like I said, you've got to talk through what didn't work last time, what did we do right, what did we do wrong. We have an opportunity to go again on the attack. And speaking of the attack here, I believe it's Jimmy who actually ends up having a sniper. I do wonder if he will end up using that at any
Charges
point.
acquired.
It looks like he's going to go inside. And if I had to make a guess, he would probably go right around the back of Paul and either go beach or up into the balcony. The rest of the team
Hostile spy plane
is
established
heading over
overhead.
towards that side again in front piano. Cal Freezy gets first blood. That's advantage to them now.
Bomb dropped.
It's a better start than he's made in the last 2 games.
Fortunately,
Charges acquired.
they've run into a little bit of a problem. That was a heavily defended site from what... Oh, Rob drops out the sky to shut him down. It's now a 2 versus 4, Cammy. And what was a good position has gone very, very badly.
Oh, so quickly, isn't it? You know, the VIKKSTAR has really got his tactics right.
He hasn't. Jimmy trying to get away here. Phone of the jungle now left alive in a 1 versus 4.
It's nearly all over.
Scared on the beach. Doesn't exactly know what to do. Has no bomb. Has no teammates. Potentially has no chance.
None whatsoever. It's going to be soon.
See the other team actually hunting him down now. He's trying to get away. End up going down, and that is now 3-0 to VIKKSTAR.
Wow. Well, the gameplay is superb. You've got VIKKSTAR and his team. This is how to play this game.
Wrong on that kill cam. That's what went wrong for Calfreezy that time around. They tried to make a push. After getting that first kill, they tried to make a push into B. Unfortunately, defenders were there, waiting and ready, and ambushed them. And then all of a sudden, what was an advantage, swiftly ended up with them being alone. And now we're back onto the attack this time with VIKKSTAR once again.
Come on, Calfreezy. Come on. I'm cheering him on.
Well, it looks like they've taken a little bit of a different route. They've gone into front piano. And it's going to be VIKKSTAR taking a long-range gunfight there. Doesn't actually end up getting it.
Just to get in front, that'll give them a real lift.
We're taking control.
Oh, and it looks like they've already lost a player. VIKKSTAR had somebody trying to get into B. It hasn't worked for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I cannot coach either of these teams to a win right now without giving it away.
Lost another one. Oh, mind you, they've got one as well.
Oh, this is actually really good now for Calfreezy. They just have to hold their nerve. They have the advantage. It's now a 1 versus 4 in favour of Calfreezy. So there should be a round on the board, but it's on board with PFC Jimmy B. Can he work magic?
Not sure. This is one back for me for Calfreezy.
Looks like he's choosing not to be too aggressive with it. Problem is that bomb is the other side of the map, and to win this round, he either has to kill all 4 players or plant it and let it explode. Oh, unfortunately, he gets a shotgun to the face. And here's the best player of the game. I believe this time it's going to be, it's Jimmy again. And that's a lovely snipe there, all the way across map. And Calfreezy got one back. It looks like you're cheering him on. It's working, Cammy.
Yeah, he needs it. He needs it. To be fair, he was so much better there in terms of his tactics, the way that he manoeuvred around, and didn't go rushing in and took it nice and steady.
Certainly did, and looks like a little bit of a different tactic here for Calfreezy. One of the things I would possibly suggest is they had great success in the previous game modes with those Augs and the burst fire and kind of working as a team and holding things down. That should work for them again here. They've got a sniper out as well. I actually want to jump on board. If we can jump on board with Gemit, I think it's called Gemit or Jimit, to see exactly what he's using with that sniper rifle, because that could be the potential big pick here to open it up. Fantastic one-shot long-range weapon. And you see he's looking very, very carefully, very, very slowly, trying to figure it out. But VIKKSTAR's already taken down Calfreezy there. VIKKSTAR is there. He's at the back somewhere. They're looking for him. And it hasn't gone well. This beach push has not worked.
No, not at all.
They're trying to figure it out now. They've lost too many players. Lost a 3rd player as well, Cammy.
It's not good at all. The VIKKSTAR coming back into his own once again.
And you can hear right now call-outs reverberating around this venue as they're trying to take it seriously. Gemmy gets one back, throwing out a proximity mine. 2 versus 5. But this is a horrible position to be in. There is very little cover outside of this boat. And unfortunately, he gets a 3rd one. That's a sniper. He's trying to stay alive. And down they go. It's now Fern of the Jungle in a 1 versus 4.
Ooh, it's nearly all over. Can the one survive? I doubt it very much.
Oh, no, a little bit wobbly. Not quite able to get that win away. And it will be VIKKSTAR now 4-1 up in this search and destroy. And maybe a little bit of nerves coming in from Calfreezy after 2 fantastic games back-to-back. It hasn't worked for them.
No, not at all. This isn't his favourite game, I'd have to say.
It certainly is not. But the benefit here, Cammy, is the fact that they are now going onto the defense. And defenses have been basically won every single time. So we'll see whether or not they can make
it could still turn.
It could still turn. It's only 4-1. They've still got to win 2 more VIKKSTAR's team, who's now on the attack. And we're going to watch them here. Looks like VIKKSTAR may go up top balcony and leave his team. He is. He's going to be sniping. He's sniping up the top. He's looking for this one. His teammates are all making a big push towards B by themselves. He's clearly made that call saying, hey, you guys all go B. I'll rush through here. And already they're making moves here. They don't even need VIKKSTAR on their side. VIKKSTAR's looking at nothing. His teammates are getting all over this bomb site.
That's a confident team performance.
It is. And it's going to be Calfreezy actually in a great position around the back here. Vic hasn't seen him go through. If Calfreezy can make something of this, he might be able to hit them in the flank. Unfortunately, they are heavily outnumbered. Heavily outnumbered.
Ooh. The only one left. Yeah.
He gets one. That bomb's going to explode in 20 seconds. I think it's too little too late.
Oh, very much so.
And I've got to be, I'm slightly curious here. I think Calfreezy's team made a misplay, but simply because, and I don't want to give this away too much, but it could be good for, oh, Vic found him. I didn't want to give it away. I couldn't say anything.
You saw it happening. Look at that smile on his face. Oh, Calfreezy can have a laugh as well.
Yeah, the ninja diffuser was there. Calfreezy very sneaky to get his way in and try to defuse that bomb under the nose of VIKKSTAR's team. Unfortunately, VIKKSTAR figured out what was happening. And that's why I paused there for just a second. I was like, I can't give this away. They're only sitting 10 feet away from me. But that does mean VIKKSTAR will now be 5-1 up in this search and destroy. And one more round means they will take this No More Excuses event away from Calfreezy.
Oh, it's a rout. It's an absolute rout. You can't see him coming back from this.
They're going to try the beach again by the look of it. Calfreezy in the lead. Oh, Calfreezy gets hit a few times, trying to get out of there. Trying to get the kills back. Does manage to take down Log. It's now 5 versus 5. This is where it gets a little bit tense here because Calfreezy's team cannot afford to put a step wrong. And Calfreezy tries to take down VIKKSTAR. They're moving into this bomb site here. They've brought it back to a 4 versus 4. 3 versus 4. 3 versus 3.
3 versus 3. This is the best competitive one we've had.
Oh, Calfreezy's in a bit of a trouble. He's getting hit. He needs to get down. VIKKSTAR made another kill. That bomb is down, though, so it is technically a possible
2v2.
here. He's had to go check it. And he knows VIKKSTAR's around here somewhere. He's actually below him, that ridge. He's got to check it. He's trying to figure this one out. He doesn't know. It's a 2 versus 2. He's got to keep checking it. He's going to see VIKKSTAR. VIKKSTAR gets away. VIKKSTAR gets taken down. It's now a 1v1. Calfreezy needs to stay alive for 10 seconds.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is edge of the seat stuff.
He needs to check this realistically. I don't know where that other player is. Actually, I can see on the other screen. I can cheat and see it. And there, Calfreezy clutches up 4 kills that round to keep his team alive.
Oh, brilliant.
And they are not letting this one go quite yet.
No, that was great. That was the best gameplay we've seen.
Wow. Like I said, this one's a little bit more tactical, a little bit more tense, Cammy, and that's a great example of why so many people love Search and Destroy. But now we switch sides. It will be Vic on the attack. Let's see how they're going to do it. They managed to win this last time around. But has Calfreezy figured something out? We will see. And it looks like they might be trying to end this right here and right now because they are going for a very aggressive push straight into B. There wasn't really anyone here last time from Calfreezy's team. I wonder if they've made that adjustment. VIKKSTAR's putting a sentry gun mid-map.
Wow.
He gets taken down because of it, though.
One each, though. Ooh.
Lost another. And this is a great defense for Calfreezy's team. 4 versus 4. But they have been pushed out of B. 3 versus 4 as Quantum Kaza gets 2 with the shotgun.
Oh, brilliant.
1 versus 4, and unbelievable here. I believe the only person left alive on VIKKSTAR's squad is PFC Jimmy B.
Yep, B.
Can he make a play here? Did you just see what he did? He saw a player, and it's Calfreezy.
It's all over for him. Well done, Calfreezy. What a comeback this would be.
This would be the ultimate embarrassment for Vic to get basically reverse swept by this.
On a game that he said we had to play.
Look at this. This is the best player of the game. That's what turned it around from Quantum Kaza with a shotgun sitting in B. They put a defender this time around, and it worked for them. But it's still very tense here. I can't tell you who's going to win. Calfreezy's team has been on a bit of a run. But they go onto the attack once again, and this is where it could get a little bit dicey.
Eradicate all objectives.
What exactly will be their tactic this time around?
Well, be careful.
It's good tactic. Very good tactic. Now, this is an interesting strategy that I think Calfreezy's putting on. We like to call this one the split and pick. Essentially, you play it really slowly, and you spread out a little bit and try to get a few kills before you make a move. They look like that's what they were going to do, but now they're making a slow move towards A. Now, the problem is, with a slow move towards A in this one, Cammy, the enemy team is going to know this is happening and be able to pull more defenders back towards you.
Very interesting gameplay. No kills so far.
Now, here we go. They're going to try and make moves. There is still a minute 10 left to go here for Calfreezy's team, and I wonder if they're going to go for that back rotation. Like I said, because they were seen beached by A, defenders may have been pulled away by B, so now they could possibly try and go back to it. Obviously, every time they make this sort of decision, it's burning time here. Gemmett managed to get straight in. He's got that first kill into the B site, and now the rest of the team's jumping in with him. Calfreezy's team managed to get into that site here. Calfreezy's trying to stay alive in the middle of the map as well, but two of them have just gone down at the same time. That bomb did not go down. They were so close.
This is close as well.
Oh, VIKKSTAR coming with a shotgun, and that could be everything that has just been ripped away from there. Calfreezy saw a player there, he's just taking that player down. Sees one, does manage to get it. That's 3 versus 2, but VIKKSTAR's there with a shotgun once again. Proximity mine going through. Calfreezy got a proximity mine. It's now 1 versus 2.
Make it 0.
It's all going to be on
This
Logger.
is close.
It is. Logger's not in the right place of the map, and the biggest problem they're going to have here is they have to get on that bomb and plant it. Quantum Kaza has to go for it. He has to put it straight down. Logger's going to be there at the same time, though. I don't know who's with him. Well, I don't know exactly what's going to end up happening. Did he get it down? He did get it down. He stayed alive.
Oh!
What a play! How did he get that? Calfreezy's team on the feet. We're going to see it again here.
That was
shotgun.
magnificent.
VIKKSTAR coming with a shotgun. He stopped that plant the first time around.
Bro,
And you guys may not be able to hear this on the stream, but I heard VIKKSTAR telling his teammate to go and check the bomb. May have been the right call, may have not, but ends up that player not only managed to get it down, but somehow won the gunfight with that shotgun afterwards, and has kept Calfreezy in this game as they go onto the defense. It's now VIKKSTAR back on the attack. He has lost several rounds in a row now.
Not as confident as he was, that's for sure.
No.
And maybe we could have a twist in all of this.
We certainly could, Cammy. I have no idea which way this is going to go. Both teams now trying to figure out where the weaknesses are.
It doesn't look like there's anyone on the beach.
Well, proximity mine down for VIKKSTAR. And VIKKSTAR's actually making a really aggressive push up the map here. But they've lost a few players already. VIKKSTAR managed to get one back. He's trying to get out of here. He's in the open. Eventually manages to find his way out, but it is now a 4v4, 4 versus 3. Robs has made huge plays to get it for them, and this could be everything. This could be the end here. VIKKSTAR gets another kill with his proximity. It's now a 2 versus 4 with bomb down. This is VIKKSTAR's to lose here. He can end the game.
Yeah. Calfreezy needs to do something special to stay in this. He got one.
Is it going to be enough, though? That bomb is down. That time is ticking away.
I can hear him shouting to his team.
Looks like it's Gemmett and Fern of the Jungle, and they need to make a move now. They have to go. They have to be aggressive here. That's the problem they're going to have. They still have to defuse. So if they don't make a move and get into that site, they are going to lose by virtue of the timer alone. And now they're making a move. Gemmett gets one, but they have to get around to this defuse. And all they have to do is hold it down and try to get it, and they're going to get it as well, and that is going to be that done. PFC Jimmy is alive just at the last second, and he stops that bomb being defused, and it will be Team VIKKSTAR that walk away.
Well, he wanted to play it, and his confidence took him into the championship. Well played.
And that was the difference there. Rob's made a huge play to break into this site, and then eventually they've got the bomb down.
There's the VIKKSTAR. He was worried at one stage.
Oh, certainly. Certainly very, very worried. Not only could have been reverse sweep going from 2-0 to 2-2 or 3-2 if Calfreezy had won it, but it was also well ahead on the search and destroy before Calfreezy made his comeback. You can see Calfreezy sort of resigned to his fate now.
Yeah. To be fair, he didn't get the call. It was the VIKKSTAR who gave the call for that game.
It was. Vic, I think, took a more kind of commanding lead there, especially in the second half of that search and destroy, telling his teammates exactly what he expected of them and what they had to do.
Yeah, he did well. You know, let's give credit where it's due. The VIKKSTAR is a very, very good player. And, you know, hands in the air, deserved his victory.
Certainly does. Great there for him. And unfortunately, you know, no more excuses for Calfreezy. Loses out right at the end of that one. But what thrilling gameplay it was.
Oh, it was brilliant. You know, I haven't seen a lot of these games. And just watching that last one tactically was brilliant. Really, really good. The way that they played it. The VIKKSTAR really confident and got behind his team. And Calfreezy came back. Just not enough.
It wasn't just enough, but I will say this, right, watching these two games, I was a little bit nervous about what I was going to see here today. I thought, oh, maybe a bit of a blowout, maybe it'd be a bit one-sided, but they gave us an incredible show.
They did, kept it alive all the way. We got right to the wire. We couldn't have asked for any more.
No, we certainly could not, and I'll be honest with you, I think just the excitement that these two teams had, like you said, you saw standing up and shouting, good banner between the two teams. Yeah. It looks like they enjoyed it as well.
Oh, they did. You know, they're both good players. That's one thing for certain. The VIKKSTAR is top of his game, but Calfreezy isn't too far behind him.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something, Cammy, it's been a pleasure casting with
Bryce,
you again.
Once again, you know, you educate me on these games all the time.
Not a problem, I'll do whatever you need. All right,
Thank
let's
you.
throw it over to our captains and see how they feel about everything that went down.
All right, there it is. That is it wrapped up. And if I'm perfectly honest with you, to take Vic all the way to the final game, and then within a couple rounds, I'd say we've done ourselves a pretty good job. And not only that, but you definitely came away with the play of the game, that S&D where you just jumped off the bomb site and razzed him a couple times. That was sick. So, you know what? Shout out to my team. Shout out to Vic's team. Congratulations on winning. VIKKSTAR's just got it in his blood. This Donny, when it comes to Call of Duty, is just winning, and Call of Duty is just his DNA. So, shout out to him. But yeah, also appreciate to the two casters as well, doing their thing. And yeah, that's it from us. So yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Oh, I'm busting for a whiz.
You gave me an absolute run. You know,
We'll do it Corona style. Yeah. GG. I thought, you know, we put in a performance.
You put in an
at the end there, it was looking like a bit of a whitewash, and then we managed to pull it back. So
that ninja defuse could have made all the difference.
I can't believe you came around the corner right there.
0.2 seconds. I was so far away.
Pain, but that was that, and you guys came away with a good win. We went 2-0 down, so it was always an uphill battle, massively. And we put on a show. I like to think we did anyway.
Oh, massively! That was you had us tense. Like it was tense in that search and destroy.
You're too good, man. Who said that? Why am I doing this with him?
I've got the
credentials.
I've got the credentials for what, but it was closer than I thought it was going to be.
It was sick. It was sick. So thank you to COD, and shout out to the two casters as well, you guys. No doubt that you smashed it. No doubt.
All right, we'll see you all soon. Cheers for watching, guys. Peace out.